What?
The Commandant wanted to see me.
Leave your weapon here.
Guard it with care. It's very valuable.
Wait, Wolf. I need to talk to the Commandant too.
You going inside or not?
Listen, friend. I'm an officer and you're a runt. And when I say jump, you will not only...
Come on, Roach.
A ver.
With these cunts, Laredo couldn't protect the port from a drunk lumberjack, let alone Yorveth. A ballista. The bastard's got a ballista. You know the power of this weapon. Its arms strengthened with bronze plates and strung with horsehair. It can propel heavy bolts up to a mile away.
Yeah, an experienced crew can release 2 bolts each minute, but it can't hit the same spot twice because it recoils and shifts. I've heard that somewhere before.
Where did you learn about ballistae?
I knew someone who knew a bit about them.
Unimportant. We need to damage it if we don't want to be at Laredo's mercy. They're all drunk here now. I'll provoke the guard.
Relax, Roach. I don't want to fight this rabble again.
As long as that weapon's operational, no one will sail this section of the Pontar without Laredo's express permission.
I'll handle this. Go have a drink.
Nothing better than a
Averigua cómo es
fireside
activar la balista.
Sniffing around like dogs in a rubbish dump.
Peasants and
That one
uniforms.
struts
Add
about as
flour
if he
into
were
the
a
mix
kid.
and it doesn't get
Señorita?
any better.
Luckily, the Commandant
Drunkards.
provided it all.
Yorveth could take them
Did
single...
What you want, old man?
I was looking to test my strength. Arm wrestling.
What do I stand to gain?
Nothing, 'cause I'll thrash you.
And if I win?
You'll have beat a witcher, so I guess that gets you bragging rights.
Are you that Geralt fella? The Grey Wolf? All right. Let's begin.
So long as he can afford to
No
tell
sé
it.
cómo funcionan los
I'll
pulsos,
not
así
lend
que...
an ear for less than 10 orens.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Esto es
Add flour
muy...
into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
True.
Esto es
Hey!
muy...
You're a lightweight, Grey Wolf.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
Good day.
Huh?
What do you need, ugly?
Ugly,
Well, you ain't exactly handsome.
but
I wouldn't worry. Women prefer ugly men to groomed dandies. And you're ugly something mighty. Care for a romp?
can't just now. But I'll find you later in town. What's your name?
Margarita.
I wanted to surprise my friend, the sad-looking guy by the ballista.
Some idiot wanted me to read him poems recently. Extravagance, as I say it. I didn't like it.
I was thinking of something a little more traditional.
What would you have me do?
Just go with your specialty.
All right, it'll be my standard rate.
Draw him away from the ballista while you're at it.
Slap me hard and call me stupid. Trying to put one by me? That'll cost you more.
How's that?
Surcharge on special requests. Those are the rules.
Let me think it over. A favor for a favor?
There is one thing you could do for me.
And that is?
Myron and Alphonse, 2 of Laredo's thugs. Give him a good thrashing, and I'll even blow...
I stirred up enough trouble as it is during the execution.
No need to stir trouble. Just humiliate them some ways.
Consider it done. Myron and Alphonse.
Teach them a lesson yet?
Not just yet.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add flour into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the Commandant... What you want?
I was looking for a rematch. Let's do this.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true. You know this one.
Es que parce se va mucho. Dios, se va mucho.
Hey, you.
Scum, plow more, do that again, and I'll fuck your mum, plow them all!
You've had your song.
Hay que esperar.
Care for some real diversion.
Parce, es que se va mucho esta vuelta. Entonces no sé cómo, no sé si se mantiene con A o qué.
Did you hear?
Nothing better than a
Two big
fireside
shots
feast.
arrived.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
They say, what you want?
I was looking.
Luckily, the commandant's provided it all. True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
Ay, papi.
Nothing better
Papi,
than a
manténgase,
fireside
manténgase,
feast.
manténgase, manténgase,
Except a fireside
manténgase.
feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Parce, es complicado.
You're.
Better. Luckily, the commandant's provided
Van
it
a ir
all.
otra vez a orinar y vuelven.
Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can
They
afford
say
to tell it.
witches have
I'll not lend an ear for less than
Did
10
you hear?
orens.
two big.
I don't like
They say witches have no need to plow. Did you know that?
Derrota a Marlon y Alfonso en un pulso.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true. You know this one.
What you want?
I was looking for. Let's do.
A little elf was skipping down the
A
path.
ver, aquí vamos de nuevo.
Plow more. Along came a dwarf and kicked him in the arse. Plow more, plow more. Oh, you arse fuck, dirty rotten scum. Plow more, do that again, and I'll fuck your mum. Plow them all!
You've had your song. Care for some real diversion?
Nothing better than a fireside
No.
feast.
Qué gu-
Except a fireside feast with
Hey, you.
Liquor. I'd plow into the
They
ring,
say
it doesn't get any
witches
better.
have no need
Luckily,
to
the
plow.
commandant's provided it all.
Did you know that?
Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
Ah, ya fue a vomitar. Hágale mijín.
haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true. You know this one. A little elf was skipping down the path. Plow more.
What you want?
I was.
Plow more. Oh, you arse fuck, dirty rotten scum. Plow more. Do that again, and I'll fuck your mum. Plow them all!
You've had your song. Care for some real diversion?
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add plow into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Otra vez.
Hey,
Provided it all. True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
I don't like freaks.
And I don't like oaf.
What do you want?
To try my.
I'm gone.
Save.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true. You know this one. A little elf was skipping down the path. Plow more. Along came a dwarf and kicked him in the arse. Plow more. Oh, you arse fuck, dirty rotten scum. Plow more.
I hate mutants like you.
I know.
Plow them all!
You've had
What you want?
I was
Ya le
looking
ganamos
for
a
a
uno.
rematch.
Este man me
Let's do
tiene
it.
hijo.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts
Bien. Uy, casi que no.
Add plow into the mix and
Damn the dogs! The old man got me. I need to eat. Build up a bit.
Luckily, the commandant's
Bien.
provided it all.
Bien, 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 bien. Casi que no, parce.
Myron and Alphonse.
Teach them a lesson yet?
Of course.
All right. I'm off to give the boys some diversion.
Ve, ve,
So
ve.
long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orans.
Ve, 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 muñeca.
Who's a white-haired filly? Oh,
Care for a little diversion,
Sorry.
brave one?
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
Come on.
That's true.
Comrades
you know
are
this
well
one.
at it,
A
having their
little elf
fun.
skipping
Why
down
should
the
you be
path.
any worse?
Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Along came a dwarf and kicked him in the arse. Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Oh, you are fat, dirty, rotten scum. Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Do that again, and I'll fuck you, mum. Plough them all.
You've had your song.
Hell.
Care for some real dive.
Things like that you could conquer ultimate.
O sea, por aquí tranquilamente.
They say
parce.
witches
Did you hear?
have no need to play.
Greetings.
They say witches have no need to plough.
Creo que está arriba, parce.
Did you know that?
Except a fireside.
Laredo's busy with that witch Sheila. Come back later.
Geralt, let's wait downstairs in the yard.
Vamos a con Vernon.
Luckily, the commandant's provided it all.
Qué misión tan larga, parce.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear.
Yes?
Y ahora
Do we
qué.
wait until the honorable lady is done with the venerable hick?
Waste of time. Looks like a good number of Flotsam's town watchmen are here. We should look around. Did you see that arbalist behind the house? I'll get his attention. Give him something to think about. Why don't you find out what they're guarding so closely? Soldier, report to me immediately.
What do you want?
Shut it, soldier. Have respect for your superiors or spend the rest of your life on the king's galley.
Mala idea, mi rey. Por acá supongo. Me lo llevo. Me la llevo. Hay que subir allá. Hay que subir allá. ¿Cómo? Ahí.
You forget who you're dealing with, Commandant.
You must think me an idiot.
I cannot help myself. You take guardsmen off the streets to guard carpets, fabrics, and spices pilfered from merchants. Do you have any grasp of the responsibility that rests with you?
Don't teach an old man to piss, sorceress. I've ruled Flotsam for years.
Flotsam is ruled by a fear of Yorveth. That fear rules even you.
I've made my demands perfectly clear.
Like a crying babe deprived of its rattle. In time, Commandant, they'll hang you by the neck from a roadside tree like a regular bandit. And rightly so, for you're no better.
Your time will come too, sorceress. They'll pile kindling at your feet.
Enough. Fear has confused you. Think over what I said and give your answer before it's too late.
In Flotsam, we cut the hands off thieves.
I was looking for the privy.
You're lucky the Commandant wants to see you. Come on!
Commandant, sir. We caught the witcher sneaking around the garden.
Bring him in and leave.
Yes, sir.
We were just discussing a certain matter. You here on business too?
The Commandant wanted to see me.
In that case, I shall leave you to it.
Finally!
They didn't want to let me in while the sorceress was here.
Did you see her? Made up like a whore on parade day. They think they can do anything, those sorceresses. I heard what happened in Temeria. You know your name's on a warrant. It's unfortunate, though nothing that should impede our dealings. See, I'm the law round here, and the law needs to know what the legendary White Wolf's doing in this cesspit.
I'm looking for the man responsible for Foltest's death.
Here?
I know the Scoia'tael had a hand in it too. It's their trail I followed to Flotsam.
Lucky you found Bernard Laredo then. If you're telling the truth, Yorveth's got royal blood on his hands. I can help you find him.
What about Vernon Roach? Why didn't you let him in?
Roach? Know the aura that surrounds him? Men like him act first and think later. And when they act, almost inevitably innocent blood flows. I heard you killed the Kairan. Flotsam is grateful. Let's say that squares the crimes of your friends. They're free to go. I trust you're on our side.
Whose side is that?
That of the people of Flotsam, of course. Terrorized by the elven bandits for years now.
A local conflict, none of my business.
You killed some elves on the riverbank outside Flotsam.
We were attacked.
You failed to understand.
It's you who doesn't understand, Laredo. To tell you the truth, I'm not human.
You an elf? A dwarf? No, talking bollocks. I piss on the fact that they call you freak for your white hair and glowing eyes. You're a human like any other. We're fighting a war. And you, my friend, cannot straddle the fence.
Your point, Commandant?
You're a witcher. Your job is to protect the simpletons from monsters. I protect them from the danger that lurks amongst the trees.
I see where this is going.
Yorveth's no better than a monster that attacks those who go out to gather kindling. Matter of fact, he's worse. He's smarter and crueler.
How do we get him?
I don't want you to kill him. Even you don't have a hope against his entire force. I've an idea, but I'd rather not go into it now. The squirrels are up to something. Every night their scouts come closer. I suspect they plan to attack the barge moored in the port.
What's on the barge?
You mean who? Bandits, murderers, rapists. On their way to the dungeons at Drakenborg. As soon as...
Their infamous leader joins them. The cherry on the cake, and Bernard Laredo's crown trophy.
Couldn't have put it better myself. As long as Yorveth remains free, humans, elves, and dwarfs will live alongside each other in deep distrust. I've got to learn what the pointy-eared rat is planning.
How am I supposed to get that information?
You underestimate me, Witcher. True, I have my prejudices, but I'm not blinded by them. Take your friend Zoltan, for instance. He contacted Yorveth.
I'm a witcher. I don't work for free.
Course you don't. Help us capture the Scoia'tael commander, and you'll be rewarded generously, straight from the trading post's treasury.
I'll see what I can find out.
Now you stir up storms wherever you go. I actually believe you'll bring peace to Flotsam. Don't disappoint this town, Geralt. Farewell.
No passage.
Who's the white-haired filly? Oh? Sorry.
Turned me away at the door, the bastard. We'll meet later. Don't forget your weapons on the way out.
¿Me devuelve mis armitas, por favor? Gracias. Espada larga. Ah, tengo esa espada larga. Espada de plata. Misión cumplida.
Well, well. How's the Commandant as a host?
It's people like him who might help us.
Or put us in shackles and throw us into the river.
He told me they're keeping Scoia'tael prisoners on a barge in the port.
Did he mention if Kieran ep Esnalen, Yorveth's right-hand elf, is among them?
No.
He may know something about the Kingslayer.
Let's pay him a visit.
Psiquiatriz.
I tell him, I'm taking you. Oh, hello.
What do you want?
To speak with the wounded prisoner.
No one's allowed.
I'm here on Commandant Lorito's orders.
I already cut a deal with you, but
So get out of my way.
he won't tell you much. He's dying.
Shut your traps. Stop bloody moaning down there.
Look, Coffer's dozed off.
Wakey, wakey, Coffer. You'll fall asleep forever any day now.
A ver si estoy paciente.
They beat him bad. He's got at least a dozen fractures. I'll need your help.
What do I do?
The spell I'm going to use is painful. It could kill him if he thrashes around.
I'll use the Axis sign to calm him.
Perfect.
Look, Birdie's all...
Acción.
It's no use.
You wish, Horson. I'm no traitor.
He's raving.
Vadgun? Where am I?
In Flotsam. On the prison barge.
The convict's barge? I'm done for.
How did Lorito's goons catch Yorveth's right-hand elf?
I was betrayed. How else?
There's a Witcher in Yorveth's unit.
Like every Dwan, he turned out to be a bastard.
What happened?
He betrayed us. He said he had an offer for me. So we met, where roses of remembrance grow. I should have known.
Roses of remembrance?
Yes, some of the last in the world. He thought that I'd betray my elven brother in order to control the unit. I refused, and there was a fight. I've never seen anything like it. No human can move that fast. It was a massacre. I was the first to be hit. Thus I survived. I would have bled to death had Lorito's men not found me. Letho will kill Yorveth, and all will be lost. So many dead, so much suffering, all for naught.
Why does the Dwan want Yorveth dead?
He used us from the start. Our hatred. But he no longer needs Yorveth. Sees him as a thorn in his side. Though I don't know what Letho wants.
What does Yorveth want? Why Flotsam?
Go plow yourself.
Only I can warn Yorveth. Tell me.
We're fighting for much more, Witcher. Flotsam is only the beginning. We're no bandits, we fight for freedom. In due time, Yorvith will answer the call, and we'll emerge from the woods, joining the battle.
What battle?
He wasn't specific.
In that case, I'll ask Yorvith himself.
I'd like to see that.
Letho. He's the Kingslayer?
Yes.
We got what we came for.
What now?
Yorvith.
What if Yorvith already knows?
I've got an old saying all ready for him. My enemy's enemy is my friend.
Warn him, Gwynblade. Yorvith fights, for that is what he does best. He's Enshe, a real one, a free one. Among the last. Fighting makes sense. Now more than ever before. There is still hope.
What are you talking about, Kieran? Hope for what?
For change. For a better tomorrow. I'll not see it. They'll torment me to death on this barge, and I'll go gladly where the apple trees bloom. But you must warn Yorvith.
Yennefer told me that Ciri has departed for good. She inhabits another world and is happy there. Before she left this one, she gave us the Isle of Avalok, our island. We stopped counting time. People believe that the wraiths of the Wild Hunt are immortal. They race across the heavens, gripping in their bony hands swords, their lightning bolts. They take away mortals, ever expanding their cavalcade of spectral riders. They burned the orchard and the house. In their armored boots, they trampled our island. And they made off with Yennefer. I had to get her back. Return to reality. Return to the Witcher's path.
Esas microhistorias del brujo como
Geralt,
especie de coma.
are you all right?
De cómic,
I've
perdón.
been to the Isle of Avalok, among the apple trees and the mists. After the massacre in Rivia, Ciri took me there, and Yennefer. The Wraith Riders kidnapped Yen, and I pursued them.
But...
Triss, this is important. I feel like everything's coming together. When the Witchers found me barely alive a half-year ago near Kaer Morhen, I was fleeing the Wraiths of the Hunt. They continued to pursue me. In the outskirts, then in Vizima when I killed the Grand Master. Now I know it was no coincidence.
Kieran mentioned roses of remembrance growing somewhere near here. Cedric claims likewise. If that's true...
Right now I should be searching the forest for Yorvith, not looking for flowers.
I could restore your memory.
You sure?
Everything seems to indicate that. Whatever's blocking your memory is clearly weakening. I think I could break that barrier with just one petal from a rose of remembrance. Those flowers are truly powerful.
In that case, Yorvith can wait.
Want me to go with you?
I'd love your company.
All right, then. Let's go. Cedric mentioned there are some old elven buildings near the cascade in the forest. We should start there.
Lead the way.
Shut your traps. Stop bloody moaning down there.
Look, Coffer's dozed off.
Wakey, wakey, Coffer.
Glad you're here.
You'll fall asleep forever any day now.
Sigue a Triss para buscar una rosa.
Hey, birdie.
Bueno,
You get wet
people.
just looking at
Yo
me.
creo que vamos a... ¿Y Triss? Ah. Vamos a dejar este sexto y no sé si séptimo capítulo. Es que la verdad no quiero alargar mucho las series. Que llegue a 50 capítulos. No me hace ilusión. Pero pues tampoco quiero dejar videos muy largos y menos cuando son misiones. He tratado de mirar si hay misiones secundarias, pero no las veo. Vamos a mirar acá el diario un segundito, people. Tenemos esto, tenemos los asesinos de reyes, recuerdos recurrentes, el Kairan, una proposición indecente que ya se completó, lista, prólogo, recuerdos recurrentes, estos dos me quedaron como sin llenar y me dan ansiedad. No sé si volvamos. No sé si allá va track. Vamos a terminar esta misión, people. Y dejamos este sexto capítulo hasta acá. ¿Listo, gente? Que lo iba a dejar así tal cual estaba, pero pues nos toca seguir a Tris, entonces no estamos solitos. Oye, qué grosera. Me cerró la puerta en la cara. Vamos a guardar. Qué bicharra. Vamos a Queen. Ya estoy pegándole a Tris, perro, hijo de perra. Déjame la quietica. No me la vuelvas a tocar. Por acá hay otro mutante. Bien. Estamos volviendo como a las mismas mazmorras o son otras.
I think we've arrived. The cascade, the menhir. We need to take the path leading upwards.
Oye, ¿cómo conoces?
Forests. Those elves really like to complicate things.
Stop whining. It's not far now.
Dale, cielo, te sigo. ¿Sigo o me sigues?
Legends are almost always beautiful, especially elven ones. Reality often leaves a lot to be desired.
Well, Cedric also said the sight itself was something wonderful. I'm glad you're here. The rose must be here somewhere.
I'll look around.
Eldon and Cymoril. Cedric said Cymoril eclipsed even Francesca Findabair with her beauty, and Francesca's reputed to be the world's most beautiful woman.
Cedric drinks too much.
He really has visions, you know. He really has the gift. He could learn to control it if he drank less.
Cedric drinks to get rid of the visions, and that's something I understand perfectly well.
I'm glad you're here.
Vamos a ir acá, vamos a guardar. Que no me fío.
Oh my, lovers. Look, Geralt, it's beautiful. I just don't understand it. How did the elves become so cruel? The one with the scar had so much hatred in him.
Places like this make you realize just how much they've lost. There used to be entire elven cities, and the forests were theirs to enjoy, not to hide in. Humans destroyed that, put them in reservations. Yorvith and his kind are taking revenge, though not all elves are like that.
Kieran said there's a lot more at stake.
He has his ideal, a certain vision of the world. But do you think there's room for humans in it?
We're practically one and the same.
Wrong, Triss. We've been learning from each other for generations, but we're different at base.
I don't know why I find that awfully sad.
Just like this garden. Beautiful and sad.
Oh, quieto, papi.
Cymarel's rose of remembrance. Legend has it they wilt unless nourished with blood, and also if they're sold. But give it to someone you love, and it'll live forever.
Oof.
This one's for you.
Oh, Geralt.
I want you to keep it. If there's any truth to the legend, it shouldn't wilt, even if you pluck a petal or two.
Thank you.
This is the statue, Curly. Don't mind us. Imagine the corn we'll get. I won't leave the brothel for a month.
6 weeks even.
Where does that woman get the gold for all this? I mean, her and the old man, they're buying a new house. And now these statues for the garden. Must be defraying the treasury. What's a town chancellor do anyway?
It'd be ploughing hard to move.
We'd never shift it in one piece. I know. We'll break off the legs, the heads, remove it in bits.
Break off your own head, clown.
Shut your trap, cunt.
¿Qué acaba de decir, perro? Hijo de puta? Venga, sapo.
Hit the freak! Hit the freak!
Ay, de verdad, ese perro con una pala me mató. Yes, punto de guardadito.
Triss.
Cymarel's rose of
This one's.
Oh.
I want you to keep.
Thank you.
This is the statue. Don't mind. Imagine the corn.
6 weeks even.
Where did...
It'd be...
We'd never...
Break off.
Shut your...
Anne.
Slaughter the freaks!
Esto es Signy, esto es Queen, esto es así. Y esto es Art.
Watch out!
Uy, me asustó, papá. Yo dije, Tris, no. Uy, parce, qué sustaco me acabo de pegar.
Incredible what the N-shape built before human ships ever appeared in the Pontar Delta. Elves possess a sensitivity humans can't ever hope to acquire.
We're trapped.
Es que la salida del balneario con Tris.
Looks like we're stuck. Well, there must be another way out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you looking at me that way? Do I have something on my face?
Uh-uh.
What's going on in that head of yours, Witcher?
Oh, you know, stuff. You could use a bath.
So could you.
Momento más 18, muchachos. Oye, qué random cómo se viste. Con magia la muchacha. La cara de Geralt, parce. Al agua para todos. Qué guapa es Tris, parce. Qué guapa es Tris. Con, sin ropa, transparente, lo que sea. Está como muy dormido, brujo. Ay, 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 ay. Corre, corre, corre. Necesita ayuda, hombre. The Witcher. Bueno, después de un rico y refrescante baño, algo sucede aquí.
A witcher's blade. Letho comes here to think.
Well, he's not here now, so we've no reason to stay.
The Dwaan stole the story of Eldon and Cymoril, as they now steal our roses of remembrance. A more silly and shallow tale I've never heard. An enchanted wood, a beautiful elven couple living within. A handsome human prince arrives, riding a milk-white stallion. Bloody Dwaan. We Enshe remember how it was. Limitless devotion, passion, commitment, and sacrifice.
Ese juego es muy explícito.
Legend has it the lovers' sighs are enchanted within these very stones, though only those in love can hear them.
Ok, eso explica por qué no lo escuchan los elfos con la capacidad auditiva que tienen.
Jabbering stones, elven hogwash. Well, I'm buggers.
Están allá abajo.
We should take walks more often.
Tenemos esto más o menos.
For a while there, I forgot all about Flotsam, the Scoia'tael, the Kingslayer, the whole world, really.
Nice to know I still have that power.
I need time to devise the spell. It could take as much as a few days.
Mm-hmm.
What do you plan to do while you wait?
I'm going to meet Yorvith.
Well, don't get yourself killed. That'd be pretty stupid now.
What are you getting at?
You're about to recover your memory, which will give you a whole new perspective on things. We'll learn what happened to Yennefer.
Uh-huh. And you expect me to drop everything and tell Roach, hey, it's been great, but I've got places to go and people to find?
You know, you could. I mean, you don't really owe him anything. I'm just afraid you'll get caught up in something and you won't be able to back out. Yorveth's a sly old elf. He's been fighting humans for a full century at least. This Letho is no common bandit either, and I shudder to think who put him on the warpath. It's a mire, Geralt, deep and hungry, and it could swallow you whole before you know it.
It possibly already has.
I want you to know that I'm prepared to travel to the end of the world with you to save Yennefer. I owe you that. I owe her that. I'm prepared to drop everything. The trappings of court life, politics, the regicides. I could even live at Kaer Morhen. It's up to you.
Triss.
Let me finish. I can only say this once. If you want to go alone, I'll understand. And I won't try to persuade you otherwise.
I can't know what the future holds. I don't know what else is hidden in my mind. But whatever it is, whatever happens, I don't want to lose you. I'd have to be an utter fool and complete ingrate to let you go.
That's kind. Thank you. Does that mean we're leaving the regicides to Roach and tending to our own matters?
No.
I really would like to go, but I need to clear my name. Foltest's men and bounty hunters of all kinds would never let it go. We'd be fugitives, and that's not a life I'd want for me or for you. Besides, I'd feel as if I'd given up when there was still something to do. I'd feel like I fled, and as I see it, we haven't lost yet.
Whatever your decision, I want you to know you can count on me. I need a few days to prepare the spells.
I need to talk to Zoltan about Yorvith. It's not a closed conversation. We'll talk again, but only after I've settled things with the Kingslayer.
Excelente. Excelente, people. Tenemos un lugar bonito. Tris estuvo con nosotros.
Is everything all right? This is nice. What a beautiful place.
Very.
How'd you find us?
Finding those I seek is a speciality of mine. Now, let's get out of here. The Scoia'tael are out in droves.
Papi, ¿por dónde entró por ahí? Vamos a salir de acá. Vamos a escapar, lo debo a por algo mejor. Habla con el comandante de régimen.
You'll get a chance to show your mettle. If we're to capture Foltest's murderer, we'll have to clash with the Scoia'tael.
I sent the boys out into the woods. Tough going, too dense. My scouts got ambushed and barely escaped.
It's no picnic hunting elves in the forest. Tell me something I don't know.
My people saw the Kingslayer again. He knows we're here, but he's not even trying to escape. Seems he's waiting for something.
I think it's our move. I questioned Kieran, Yorvith's second in command.
Where is the bastard?
I get the feeling he's dead. Just landed on the Isle of Avalach. I've been to that island, Vernon. I remembered something while talking to Kieran. I was there with Yennefer. She gave her life to save mine.
Did you remember the crossing? How you got there?
With Suri's help.
Interesting.
What I find interesting is how a master spook like you has no idea what happened to me over those 5 years. 5 years, Roach. That's enough time to topple a monarchy twice.
First off, my responsibilities do not include the surveillance of dead witches. And second...
Spit it out.
Unconfirmed rumors. I've never taken action based on them.
I need something. Scraps even. So you need to tell me everything you know. Even things you think might sound ridiculous.
3 years back, Fen got a missing persons case. Someone was abducting young people, aged 10 to 20. And the case went cold because no one agreed to testify. Except for one woman. Considered insane because she insisted the Wild Hunt had made off with her son. And she claimed she'd learned of this from an old man who was pursuing the cavalcade. He resembled a skeleton more than a man. White hair. 2 swords on his back.
The Wild Hunt is a riddle. A riddle that will restore my memory, if I can just solve it.
As I see it, you're more likely to learn about the hunt from the insane. Not a reasonable man out there can teach you a thing. You might visit that asylum in the woods. Or what's left of it.
Larito wants the Scoia'tael gone for good. He didn't say anything specific, but in his mind's eye, he saw them on the prison barge already.
Yorveth's outsmarted bigger fish than their commandant.
Larito's got something going with Sheila, so I'd take him seriously if I were you.
You never know. Maybe the sorceress hunts more than monsters.
Sí, puede ser.
A little town deep in the forest, terrorized by Scoia'tael. You should be in your element, Roach.
Flotsam isn't just any old town, Geralt. Temeria, Redania, Kedwin, and Edirn. The largest kingdoms in the north. Know what they all have in common?
The Pontar Valley, a strip of land they've been battling over for generations.
Exactly. And here's Flotsam, on the border between Temeria and Edirn, with Kedwin lying in wait just the other side of the marshes.
At the very edge of the Pontar Valley.
Stuck in the middle like a candle up the arse.
The North's most important trade routes meet here. Every caravan has to come through Flotsam, and anyone who wants to place their cargo on a boat on this section of the river has to bear Loredo in mind.
They say Henselt of Kedwin has gathered an army and is heading for Vergen. The Pontar Valley will be on fire soon, while we, Geralt, are sitting in Flotsam, the gateway to the valley.
I'd like to believe it's pure coincidence and the killer just followed the squirrels here.
Naive, to say the least, Witcher.
So long, Roach.
Cositas, 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 people. Cositas, cositas, cositas. Ah, mira tú, por aquí había más cositas. Esta es la flor. Tenemos gente que matamos. Bueno, muchachos, ahora sí. Vamos a dejar este, yo creo que sexto y séptimo capítulo por acá. Después de un capítulo bastante movido, gente. Matamos al Kraken. Al Kairan. ¿Kraken? ¿Kairan? ¿Qué era? Kairan. Diario. Matamos al Kairan, perdón. Vinimos con Tris a recuperar una flor para ver si podemos tener recuerdos más concisos de nuestro pasado y de una tal Jennifer, que fue quien se sacrificó por nosotros, según lo que dice Geralt. Y adicional a ello hablamos con Loredo, el gobernante de Folsam. ¿Folsam? Creo que es Folsam. Sí, señor. Flotsam es. Para tratar de dar con el asesino de Reyes. ¿Listo, gente? Entonces, por este capítulo yo creo que hemos avanzado bastante en la historia. Realmente tenía ganitas de darle play a este de Witcher. Y pues nada, people, espero les esté gustando la serie. Como digo, qué pena por la inactividad, pero pues en ocasiones no me queda el tiempo y no me da para hacer todo. Pero pues nada, gente, ahí voy subiendo videos apenas puedo. Los voy editando y los voy subiendo. ¿Listo, people? Entonces, nada más, gente, que si les gustó, dejen un like. En los comentarios pues me pueden corregir algo en lo que me haya equivocado, o me pueden dar algún tipo de consejo. Y nos vemos en el próximo video. ¿Listo, people? Que estén bien. Bye.